New at 6, we're hearing what Markeith Loyd said to detectives shortly after his arrest.
Yeah, he had been on the run for weeks for allegedly killing his pregnant ex-girlfriend and Orlando Police Lieutenant Deborah Clayton. News 6 investigator Lewis Bolden is standing by with a transcript of Loyd's interview with detectives. Lewis.
Well, Lisa, the unredacted transcript is 47 pages long. Detectives are trying to get Loyd to fess up about shooting Sade Dixon and Lieutenant Clayton, but mainly Loyd wants to talk about his injuries. You can see the patch on his eye right there. He knew immediately he had serious injuries, but police either didn't believe him or didn't care. When Markeith Loyd was taken into custody in January of last year, his face was bloody and swollen, and it was those injuries that he wanted to talk about in his interview with detectives. News 6 obtained an unredacted version of that interview transcript. Shortly into the interview, Loyd says, "I done told y'all beat the expletive out of me, and they didn't have to do that." Later, Loyd says, "You don't see me? You don't see my blood over here?" The detective says, "That blood will heal. Those wounds are going to heal." Loyd says they won't. The detective responds, "Okay." Loyd then says, "I can't open my eye."
Crawled all the way out across the sidewalk.
After his arrest, Orlando police released this chopper video showing Loyd crawling on his stomach to surrender and then being kicked in the head by at least 2 officers before the camera pans away. OPD says it immediately initiated an investigation to determine if those officers used excessive force. But almost a year later, in December, Loyd wrote this handwritten letter to State Attorney Aramis Ayala saying he wanted to press charges against the officers that tortured him. According to emails to News 6, OPD then asked the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to take over the investigation into the officers' actions. Now, we don't know the outcome of that investigation because it just started last month, nearly a year after Loyd's arrest. During that interview, Loyd asks for medical attention. The detective says it's on the way, but then continues asking questions for some time. We now know that Loyd is permanently blind in one eye, according to an email to Orlando's police chief. Matt?